Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Today is Tuesday, and I hope you're all having a really beautiful beginning of your week, whatever that might look like for you. We are talking all things sleep, rest, and stress management today as part 5 of our super fun ownership video series that we've been doing as we kind of talk about the different ways that we have control over the healthcare inside the four walls of our homes during this time of upheaval right now. So this is a really big topic, and I feel like, honestly, these 3 different areas could totally be split into 3 separate videos, but I wanted to give you one video where it was kind of all smushed together so you had some actionable tips and strategies to begin to implement like right now to help yourself make time for self-care. And I think sometimes we think of self-care as like going to a spa or getting a manicure, and while that is absolutely true, self-care takes on very, very different hats for different people, and we want to think outside the box a little bit and open up our mind to the possibility that self-care can also mean prioritizing things like sleep, stress management, rest, healthy eating, moving our body, right? Healthy boundaries, all sorts of things. So when we talk about this concept of stress management and why it's so important to the immune system and their health in our bodies, it's actually, there's some science behind the fact that when we are feeling stressed and we have this overproduction of these different stress hormones in our body, our immune system's ability to fight off pathogens and antigens is actually reduced. So you're literally making yourself more vulnerable to being a good host for some sort of bug if you are feeling really, really stressed. And the hard and tricky thing I think about stress in our culture today is a lot of times we are walking around under a lot of stress, but we don't actually feel it. So where there's kind of all this noise happening all the time all around us, and we might be under a lot more stress than we even realize. But the body always knows, and the body always talks. So tip number 1 is to just kind of check in. Give yourself 5 minutes in the morning to just kind of tune into your body, pay attention to how you're breathing, and ask yourself kind of where you're at on this stress level or exhaustion level that you might be feeling if you're not getting restful sleep. Stress oftentimes also helps us to lead to really unhealthy coping mechanisms, and that's what we're trying to do fewer of. So a lot of times when we're stressed out, we turn to things like alcohol or sugar, or maybe we numb out. Not that there's anything wrong with binging your favorite Netflix show, especially during quarantine, right? But there's kind of a line there between using it as a coping mechanism to be when you're under stress and using it as like entertainment and doing something for your brain so you don't go crazy and get cabin fever. So it's first and foremost, it's okay to feel the feels, right? So if you're feeling stressed, you're feeling panicked, you're feeling afraid, feel the feels. Allow yourself to be in that space for a moment. Just don't build a house in that zip code, right? So if you need a moment to just cry or yell or rant or whatever it might be, to be upset and to feel how you need to feel, allow yourself that moment in time, and then use these different tips and tools to move forward. So tip number 1, I want you to try to figure out a way to turn off the noise. Right now, there's so much noise. Maybe we've got the TV going and the radio and social media. Find one way where you like to get your information that way, and then shut it down. My best piece of advice is when you first wake up in the morning, do not touch your phone for the first hour, because we want to be making sure that we're giving our best moments of our day to the people and the things that matter the most, right? And that's probably not social media. So watch this video and then put your phone down and go be with the people that you love. But in all honesty, even if that means you don't pay attention to my content or anyone else's content for the time being, that's okay too. Shut down the noise. The next tip I want to share with you is the reminder to just breathe. So oftentimes when we're feeling stressed out, we're like physically not even breathing. So what I want to remind you to do, and this is something that I actually have integrated in my daily life anyway, working from home, I have an alarm set on my phone every 2 hours. It's like a little calendar event reminder. You pick a time frame that works for you, every 3 hours, every hour, every 15 minutes, wherever you're at. And all it literally says is breathe. And I have like the little like Zen yoga emoji on there too on my calendar event. And what you're going to do when that event happens, no matter what you're doing, you're going to stop, close your eyes, and take 3 big, deep belly breaths. And what I actually like to do is put one hand on my belly and one hand over my heart. You're just going to take a deep breath in through your nose. Feel your tummy and your chest. And out through your mouth. let it all go. Do that 3 times, remind yourself to breathe, and you will be amazed at the shift in your energy and your stress levels. The other thing you want to maybe try to do, tip number 3, is to schedule time for rest and play within your day. So oftentimes working from home, I mean, there are days when I could work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. if I allowed myself to do so. It's not a super healthy balance, although being an entrepreneur, you kind of have to take advantage of those moments when you're in flow as well, right? But if you schedule different times throughout your day, like schedule a 30-minute walk break. And if you have kids at home, this is a great opportunity to get them involved, right? Schedule 20 minutes for you to read a book while you eat your lunch, or schedule yourself a 10-minute dance party in your living room, whatever that looks like. But success is scheduled. And so that success, whether you're trying to do something that's really like productive, you know, you're trying to tick off different to-do lists on your daily schedule, or you're just trying to make sure that you're successful and having fun and taking care of yourself. So schedule some time for that. You can also use your essential oils, of course. So my favorite essential oils for stress management in general are Copaiba. I have an entire class on this up on YouTube, comparing the difference and similarities between Copaiba and CBD. Copaiba works on the endocannabinoid system, so it's going to help to literally reduce the stress that we're feeling in our nervous system, okay? So get yourself some Copaiba. You can breathe that in, integrate that as part of your breathing exercise, put a drop under your tongue, pop it in your diffuser. I also love Adaptiv, which is our calming blend. I talked about this on our first video in this series, but it's incredible. If you don't have Adaptiv yet and you are into essential oils, this one should go on your wish list. Pop this in your diffuser. You could even add a drop to the palm of your hand, rub it on the back of your neck and shoulders, right? Just give yourself a little bit of a break and utilize these amazing tools that we have. It smells so good right at our fingertips. And the 5th and final tip I'll share with you tonight is sunshine. So there's actually tons of research out there that says sunshine is really, really good for us, but more specifically as it relates to stress management, sunshine helps to increase serotonin. Serotonin is the happy chemical, right? So not only that, it helps you to feel more uplifted, it also helps to improve your sleep. It's like a natural antidepressant, right? And those vitamin D, extra vitamin D boost that we're gonna get from the sun is really good for our immune system anyway. So get outside in the sunshine when you can, and find a way to maybe set a timer for that or set an alarm for that too. Take a walk, move your body. We're going to be talking about that a little bit more in the coming days. And hopefully all of this together will help you to feel a little bit more grounded, a little less chaotic, and a little bit more ready to take on your day. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series, and I will be back tomorrow to chat with you about putting practices in place to create more joy. Talk to you soon. Bye.